Now, you are going to ask question about Jane and Anne. Jane and Anne's aunt overweight. Are Jane and Anne's overweight? No, Jane and Anne's aunt overweight. They are slim. Are they slim? Yes, they are slim. They used to be overweight. Did they used to be overweight? Yes, they used to be overweight. Who used to be overweight? Well, it's Jane and Anne. Jane and Anne used to be overweight. 2 years ago, Jane was overweight. 2 years ago, was Jane overweight? Yes, that's correct. Jane was overweight. How overweight was Jane? Well, Jane was very overweight. 2 years ago, Anne was also overweight. 2 years ago, was Anne also overweight? Yes, Anne was also overweight. How overweight was Jane? Well, Jane was a little overweight. 2 years ago, Jane and Anne were slim. 2 years ago, was Jane and Anne slim? No, they were slim. They was actually overweight. How overweight was they? Well, Jane was very overweight and Anne was a little overweight. Now, you are going to ask question about Kate and her brother Tom. When Kate and Tom were little, they thought Santa Claus was real. When Kate and Tom were little, did they think Santa Claus was real? Yes, they thought Santa Claus was real when they were little. They didn't think Superman was real. Did they think Superman was real? No, they didn't think Superman was real. They didn't think Batman was real. Did they think Batman was real? No, they didn't think Batman was real. They thought someone else was real. Who did they think was real? Well, they thought Santa Claus was real. What did they think Santa Claus was real? Well, it's because the mother had told them once that Santa Claus was real and they believed her. They used to believe that Santa Claus was real. Did they used to believe that Santa Claus was real? Yes, that's what they used to believe. When Tom was a boy, he had a friend named Nick. When Tom was a boy, did he have a friend named Nick? Yes, that's correct. He has a friend named Nick when he was a boy. One day, Nick told him something surprising. Did he tell him something surprising one day? Yes, Nick told him something surprising one day. What did Nick tell him? Well, Nick told him that Santa was real. Did Nick tell him that Santa was real? Yes, that's what Nick told him. When Tom realized that Santa was real, he was surprised and sad. When Tom realized that Santa Claus wasn't real, were he surprised and sad? Yes, they were surprised and sad. They didn't feel angry. Did he feel angry? No, that's not how he felt. He didn't feel angry. How did he feel? Well, he felt surprised and sad. Why did he feel surprised and sad? Well, it's because before Nick told him the truth, he truly believed that Santa was real and he loved Santa very much. When Tom got home, he did something he didn't want to do. What did Tom do when he got home? Well, he told kids that Santa didn't actually exist. Did he tell kids that Santa didn't actually exist? Yes, that's what he told her. He didn't tell kids that the parent was sick. Did he tell kids that the parent was sick? No, that's not what he told her. He told her something else. What did he tell her? Well, he told her that Santa Claus didn't actually exist. When Kate realized that Santa Claus didn't actually exist, she cried. When Tom realized that Santa didn't exist, did she cry? Yes, what happened when she realized that Santa didn't exist? She didn't cry for just a few minutes. Did she cry for just a few minutes? No, she didn't cry for just a few minutes. She cried much longer than that. How long did she cry? Well, she cried for almost an hour. Why did she cry for almost an hour? Well, it's because he had learned that Santa didn't actually exist. Now, you are going to ask questions about two sisters named Grace and Emma. Grace and Emma have pets. Do Grace and Emma have pets? Yes, they have pets. Their pets aren't dogs. Are their pets dogs? No, their pets aren't dogs. Their pets aren't cars. Are their pets cars? No, their pets aren't cars. What kind of animal are their pets? Well, pets are spiders. They think that spiders are cute. Do they think that spiders are cute? Yes, they think that spiders are cute. They are afraid of the spiders. Are they afraid of the spider? No, they aren't afraid of the spiders. When they were young, they were afraid of spiders. When they were young, were they afraid of spiders? Yes, they were afraid of spiders when they were young. They were afraid of birds. Were they afraid of birds? No, they weren't afraid of birds. They were afraid of something else. What were they afraid of? They were afraid of spiders. When they were young, they didn't think spiders were cute. When they were young, did they think spiders were cute? No, that's not true. They didn't think spiders were cute. What did they think about spiders? Well, they thought spiders was really scary. They didn't think spiders was interesting. Did they think spiders was interesting? No, they didn't think spiders was interesting. What did they think about spider? Well, they thought spiders was really scary. Who thought spider was really scary? Well, it's Grace and Emma who thought spiders was really scary. One day, Grace and Emma watched a cartoon. Did Grace and Emma watch a cartoon one day? Yes, they watched a cartoon one day. The cartoon wasn't about dogs. Was the cartoon about dogs? No, the cartoon wasn't about dogs. The cartoon wasn't about cats. Was the cartoon about cats? No, it wasn't. The cartoon was about something else. What was the cartoon about? Well, the cartoon was about spiders. The cartoon was funny. Was the cartoon funny? Yes, the cartoon was funny. How funny was the cartoon? Well, it was very funny. The spiders in the cartoon were scary. Were the spiders in the cartoon scary? No, they weren't carried on. The spider in the cartoon was killed. Were the spiders in the cartoon killed? Yes, they was killed. Before they watched the cartoon, they was afraid of spiders. Before they watched the cartoon, was they afraid of spiders? Yes, that's correct. Before they watched the cartoon, they was afraid of spiders. After they watched the cartoon, something interesting happened. What happens after they watch the cartoon? Well, after they watched the cartoon, the fear of spiders was completely gone. After they watched the cartoon, they weren't afraid of spiders anymore. After they watched the cartoon, were they still afraid of spiders? Yes, they were. After they watched the cartoon, they weren't afraid of spiders anymore.